Hi hikers. I am back again today to share some tips with you on where to track down some cheaper backpacking gear. And by that I mean I don't really think there's any such thing as cheap backpacking gear, just because you may get a $300 pack for $200, which is a pretty awesome deal, but is still quite a good chunk of change. So my favorite go-to places, and the places I always check first, number one is REI, the store REI or rei.com, if you don't have one near you. And it's always worth checking with them. Check their sales, or even if you have a store near you, the REI like garage sales that they do, I think either annually or semi-annually, where they sell used gear, is another great place to get cheap gear. Also, even if it's not on sale, if you're an REI member, which you should be if you're shopping there, you get a member dividend back at the end of the year, which is, usually about 10% off everything you buy, and then you get that back so you can buy even more gear, which is pretty awesome. And as well as they, with their campaigns, the Opt Outside campaign and the Force of Nature campaign, I always try to support them first if I can, if they have what I'm looking for. So something to keep in mind. And then my next kind of go-to spots down the line is Backcountrycom, and they have a wide variety of gear as well. They're not a discount site, but they do have a pretty good sale section usually. So, if you have time and if you're shopping around just kind of looking for gear, it's great to always check their sale section. And then there's also Campsavercom, which is pretty cool. They're kind of hit or miss as far as kind of brands or the wide variety that they have, but they flag things on their site as killer deal, and they actually usually are pretty, like, really good deals. It's a lot off. So again, if you're kind of sale shopping and hopping around, check out the killer deals on campsaver.com. And then my other one that I love is Steepcheapcom, and this was actually great for me. I used them a lot when I was shopping for my long distance Appalachian Trail hike in 2013. It was perfect for me because they do a flash sale almost, so they usually have one item at a time that's super discounted, and it'll be for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or an hour, or just a short amount of time, and then there will be a new item. And they have everything on there, from kind of sunglasses to sleeping bags to clothes to anything you would need. But it's great for people if you can manage this at your desk job, to just kind of keep that tab open so you can just see their deals all throughout the day. That's what I did, honestly, whenever I was on desk duty and I was planning for my Appalachian Trail hike, I just kept their site open so I could always see what the deal was. And then if it was something on my list, something that I needed, I would just grab it off of there, super discounted. So that's definitely a spot to check out. Like I said, it's a little tricky because you can't necessarily just shop around or search for something on there that you need. It's more great for, if you just have spare time or just want to check in and see what their kind of flash sale is, then that's great too. And then another places you can check are if you can get in any good Facebook groups. There's backpacking gear flea markets on Facebook that people will sell and swap used gear. That's always an option. I find those kind of hit or miss. I've never actually bought gear off of them just because, again, it's just kind of what's available. It's not, if you're actually shopping for something, it's hard to find what you need on there. Same with Craigslist or, any other kind of online forums where people sell used stuff. There's almost always backpacking gear, tents, or backpacks in there, so always worth a check. And then my last tip for you for trying to find cheap gear or kind of do your gear on the cheap is, once you have your gear, take care of it, all right? And fix it up rather than replacing it is going to save you a lot of money. So if you really just take care of it, it'll take care of you. It'll last way longer if you, kind of treat it like it's amazing and like it could break at any second, even though it probably won't. But if you treat it that way, then it probably won't get, broken and worn out as quickly. So things to keep in mind. I would love to hear your favorite gear, websites, any other ones that I missed. Leave them in the comments below. And until next time, happy hiking.